King and Country, what is the purpose of the film?
I suppose to say, this is what we do to each other as people, and how stupid we are, and can't we still please learn, because now we have a great big bomb, which, only the young people care about. The old people don't really care about it at all. And this is a reminder simply of the futility of people being pushed together and making a mess of things for themselves. That war, it doesn't concern you or me, our age group, because we were born after it. It doesn't particularly concern the young people, but there are a great many people still living whose lives are completely destroyed and utterly wasted by that war, as much as indeed our own lives are wasted by our past war. And it's going to go on, but somebody sometimes has to say, look, this is what we did, this is what happened. It was an absolute waste of time, then why do it again?
There seems to be a renewed interest in World War I, which now almost overshadows the Second War. I wonder what the reason for this is.
I don't know. I was talking about this to somebody the other day. I've had a huge interest in that war. I used to sort of study it rather like people collect stamps or matchbox covers. It was my hobby from about the age of 12. I think because up until 1914, we hadn't had a proper war in this country for about 100 years that affected the whole country. The Boer War was a 4-year war, but it touched very few people in this country, really, considering. The 1914 war influenced everybody. And there was a tremendous amount of, a sort of huge feeling of defending our little island against the wicked Hun. It was a very personal war. Everybody thought they must go and fight for an ideal. Now, we learnt there weren't any ideals left in 1939, and the next time we go to war, if I have to go to war again, I shall go very reluctantly, because I don't believe there are any ideals left. There are no heroic wars left to fight. That was the last of them. It was the end of chivalry.
Well, you've worked with Joseph Losey on a number of films. What are his outstanding merits as a director?
Genius, I suppose, is one of them, which I truly believe. He's a brilliant director. And when you consider that King Country was made in 18 days, he's quite a taskmaster, too.
Is it a good thing from an actor's point of view to go at that pace?
Yes, it was pretty tough to go, but it is a good thing because you get a tremendous feeling of urgency about it. We all got tremendously involved in it. We were wet every day for 18 days. We were in 4 foot of mud the whole time. We did have all the unpleasantnesses that were around us.
But there was a definite point in your career where things changed for this more serious type of acting, with The Victim, I believe.
Yes, The Victim certainly was the first one. More or less. The first one actually was Doctor's Dilemma, which is George Bernard Shaw's film, which I made some time ago and upset everybody because it wasn't a doctor film. But Victim was probably the first one that had something to say. I think the cinema should say things to people, not just only entertain. I think if it can entertain and send you out with something to talk about, it's much more valuable.
Do you have a yen to become either a director or a producer one day?
I'd like to be a producer. I don't think I know enough about the acting yet to be a director. I don't know enough about the technical stuff. But I'd like to produce. Insofar as that I would give them the control over casting, and sometimes casting is very important. I've very often seen people in television films or plays that film directors simply won't use, who I know could be marvellous on the cinema. In fact, that's how I found James Fox, who was in The Servant, and Wendy Craig, too. But the cinema is a snob about television, as television is a snob about the cinema. So it's, from the producer's point of view, it was very exciting, because then I could put a lot of people I respect enormously on television into films.
Mr. Dirk Bogarde, thank you very much for talking.
Thank you.